Hey Capricorn, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. My name is Michelle. For those of you who are just seeing my videos, I am an astrologer and tarot card reader, and I use astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards to divine messages and insights for you every single week. So be sure you go ahead and subscribe and then ring that notification bell so you know when I upload all your favorite content. You get 12 videos every single week, plus their extended versions as well, which is 12 additional videos, and you can get those in two different ways. The traditional way of single purchases through Vimeo, which I always appreciate. But you can also join me on my Unbound membership, which I hope to see you there. There's lots of perks. Most especially, though, you get all the extendeds and you get access to members only content, which is not posted anywhere else, not Facebook, not Instagram, not my second YouTube channel, which is called Astrology Motivation, where I do daily tarot card readings live. No, this is fresh content not posted anywhere else, plus all the extended videos, plus multiple live chats with me where you can bring your questions and I'll answer them with tarot and astrology for members only. So there's lots of good perks, and I'd love to see you there. But let's get into your reading. I'm going to start with just an overview of the astrology. Capricorn, the main the main energy right now is happening in your second and third house in Aquarius and Pisces. And Pisces is really an interesting energy this week as we go into the full moon in Virgo. Around that time, there's just going to be a lot of almost like easiness in comprehension, ease in understanding. It's like, it's so easy to have faith. You're wondering, why hasn't shit happened yet? It almost feels, it's a weird way of conflict, but it's the best way I can explain it. It's almost like you feel like everything is going to be okay, but what you see does not confirm that. And especially earth signs are going to have a hard time with this energy because ultimately you like the pragmatic feedback. And there's no pragmatic feedback. There's simply, and this is why I got to say, you guys are a step ahead, because your third house of communications, of one-on-one personal communications, is in Pisces, for God's sake. You're very intuitive people, but you still like the facts. You still like things proved, but you have a wonderful way of really knowing somebody and really being able to connect with them on that subliminal level. And so this week, especially Capricorn, I want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on your feelings, on your, no, it's deeper than feelings, your gut, your instincts, your intuition, the vibes. I want you to focus on that, because those are the things that are really going to be, if you trust them, they're going to come across really, really clear right now. Now, there is a little bit of challenge between Uranus and Mars and Venus. And Mars and Venus and Saturn, of course, are still in your second house, Aquarius. Second house is what for you, right? It's money, it's finances, it's your tangible resources, plus it's the traditional values that you uphold. And you're going to find that there's going to take an impact, because there's grinding there. There's grinding because Uranus is squaring to them, and it's challenging them. It's saying, hey, let's do things differently. Let's move in a different way. Let's try things in a different way. And you could feel like what this is going to come out to feel for you is, especially when it comes to financial situations, I can't wait. I want to do it. I want to do it now. I want to make the changes. I want to do it now. But I don't want to just make the changes. I want to see the changes. I want them to work. I want to see the feedback. I want to know that they're going to work. This is the challenge. You have to be able to commit yourself and commit your energy before you see any feedback. If I could say one thing when it comes to your finances in this energy, it's like the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about you taking time to make the investment, and you invest in faith. You invest through faith, right? That's what investments are. And you will get wonderful returns, especially if you plant those seeds around this Virgo full moon and use the energy of the Virgo full moon the way it loves to be used, which is day by day, by feeding it, by cultivating it, by nurturing those things. This is a great time for you to plant some beautiful things, things that will become very fruitful financially for you, as well as, very fruitful, as well as, things that may, let's see, how do the two houses connect? Fruitful through communications, networking, one-on-one communications, talking to somebody. That could have to do with sales, but I think it has more to do with teaching people, right? All of those things are beautiful things for you to start investing in, and you will be able to, like, you put the energy in, you put the energy up front, right? And you'll see that investment start to come back and start to flourish. It just won't feel that way. So you have to trust the impulse to make the change. You have to trust the impulse to take the chance. And after that, let God take it as you steady day by day, cultivate your investment. And I got to tell you, beautiful things are going to come from this energy. It just doesn't feel like it because it's kind of like clusterfucked in our brain right now. And remember, for you, it's going to affect primarily your communications with people and your finances. And if those two are combined in any way, it's especially going to feel kind of tense around there. But use that tension. Use that tension to start the flow, you know? Don't let it get you stuck. Let it get you going. Right? And ultimately, you can use this energy very, very well right now. It's just going to feel like you're not doing enough because you're not getting the instantaneous gratification. You're not getting the instant feedback, but you will. You will. You will not only get feedback, you will get tangible results. And they will come, especially once Mercury moves beyond Pisces and moves into Aries, where it actually burns a little brighter and it's a little bit more comfortable. In Pisces, all communications kind of slow down, and they especially come through this, these feelings that you'll get. So trust those things. It's also, so trust those feelings, trust those vibrations. It's almost like communicating underwater right now. You're using sonar. You're bouncing off of each other. You're not, it's not going to be clear in words, in statements. That's going to be muddled right now. That's not going to be so easy for you to communicate what you feel or for you to understand what somebody else is feeling, but for you to just trust their behavior, their gesticulations, other forms of communication that we have that fall outside of, spoken word, are so much better. Like, trust them because your person is communicating to you through them, and it's the best way they can get themselves across right now. Let's go into your cards. Ooh, Capricorn. Trust in the magic. So there's something new starting. And it's also saying, trust in the magic. Yeah, trust in the stuff that doesn't make sense. It's like that old line from Miracle on 34th Street. Faith is believing when common sense tells you not to. I mean, you have to trust in between the lines. You have to trust subliminals. You have to trust subtext right now. I think that's a good way to describe Mercury in Pisces. It's very subtextual. It's what's implied, not necessarily what's spoken. And so ultimately, it may sound goofy, it may sound kitschy, it may sound kooky, but if you feel drawn to kind of spiritual inputs right now, it'll be quite natural for you. Because it's like that will make the most sense to you right now. Trust in the magic. and be peace. This is something when it comes to your relationships. This is a sense of an opportunity to make peace within a relationship or resolve these issues or whatever relationship issues you may be having by starting over. And by starting over in the context of, I'm not going to bust balls or about particulars, because all of that's doing is causing tension. What I'm going to do is just like bring peace into the situation, like open up my arms and just have faith in the person that I've believed in just to decide to have faith in somebody. That's really interesting. To just decide to have faith in somebody can really give you a renewal and just a kind of a new beginning. It's almost like it could give even old relationships a renewal of some sort, to just sort of kind of like remember your blessings. Put your blessings first. Capricorn. 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 We have Spirit has your back, and this is very Capricornian energy. This could be even in the context of somebody that's hiring you or the government. There's some major thing being resolved here in terms of governmentally, government, some sort of law. Something is being resolved here. It's actually a sense of you didn't expect it, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work out for you. It's gonna be a lot more peaceful, and it's gonna be a lot more. It's almost like it's gonna feel like it's like allowing you to start over, like it's liberating you in some way. Yeah, so you can take ease with that. And then we have life is a mystery. You know, you're not going to expect this. And that's the thing about this week. The blessings are coming from a place of the unknown. The blessings are coming from a place of the unexpected, which still, especially with that Saturnian energy that rules Capricorn, can still feel like uncomfortable because you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know where to expect. It's not going to be what you asked for, but it is going to be helpful, and it is going to allow you it's going to make you happy. It's going to be like, wow, this is awesome. I didn't even realize it could be like this, and it can be like this. The one thing I would suggest is for you to have enough faith to ask. And if it doesn't feel right, put a little pressure on it and challenge it, right? This is a good time to challenge things that don't feel right and don't sound right. And I want you to trust them, because ultimately it's sort of the vibration, God's vibration, that's telling you there's more to this here. There's more for you here, right? In terms of opportunities that will actually help you out. Because the peace and the white raven is all like, it's almost like it just makes you feel like you can begin again. It's lifting a burden off of you. It's making something lighter. Lighter as in, not brighter, but as in lighter weight. What y'all up to? Okay, prosperity begins. I love this. This is great energy. Now, it's really interesting card, and I'm shuffling and I'm hearing, and I need you to focus on prosperity begins. And that's coming from, and this is why we discussed the astrology first, that's coming from the vein of, yes, it's confirmed it. The cards have confirmed it. This is very future future-oriented card. Prosperity begins. It begins. The seed is planted. It's the beginning of prosperity now. What is the beginning of prosperity? It's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith. And plant the seeds now for it. It could even be, Capricorn, that this is a confirmation. You don't even realize it. But you are planting the seeds for something that you will take leadership on in the future. And I would love to see in the next 6 months, you come back to this reading and think, what started here on this Virgo full moon? And then when I get to the Virgo new moon, or especially the next Virgo full moon next year, what seeds was I planting right now that ended up becoming very fruitful? And I'm telling you, it's got something to do with something you didn't expect. It's a situation or a circumstance that you may not have put much weight into. And because you didn't put much weight or focus on, there was freedom there to allow yourself to try things and fail and not take it personally. And ultimately, you're becoming a leader. You're building something here that's actually going to give you a really nice foundation. Then we have 2 more cards. Base chakra, which is rooting yourself, setting up your roots, which is exactly reinforcing the whole planting analogy right now, right? Is something is being planted. Of course, base chakra also has to do with that Pluto energy. Anything red. And interestingly enough, when this energy comes up, if you have been wanting spicy food, craving spicy food, or craving like red foods, red beans, red peppers, anything with spice or heat or a red color to it, beets, are really good to eat around this time. This could actually be very healthy for you to start. If anything is going to be going on with your health, this is a time to really dig into those red-based vegetables, as well as kick up the spice. Even if you don't like the spice, kick up the spice just a notch in your cooking, and it could really help you out. That's a little side note. But then we have setting your roots. And I'm thinking, where is Pluto right now? Because the base chakra, the root chakra, is very, very Pluto based. So Pluto is still in your first house. Oh shit. And this is it. It's almost like you're rooting yourself. You're digging in and you're transforming who you are through these transformative energies, allowing you to invest your time and your money by making money different ways, into making money in ways that you didn't make them before, through sort of things that are conceptual, things that are maybe one-on-one, that you could be starting a counseling service, you could be starting a sales service, anything that's like one-on-one and you really have to feel somebody out. And I think that this is why, Capricorn, you're so good at sealing the deal, because your 3rd house is in Pisces and you're really good at intuitively understanding where to push people, right? And ultimately there's some opportunities here. There's a lot of expansion and a lot of growth through communications and how people see you. And what they will see you as is somebody that's actually very wise and somebody that they can count on and depend on, somebody who's stable as well as a natural leader. And then we have stand your ground that came here too. I mean, it just keeps reiterating the same imagery, right? Stand your ground. He's very rooted. Base chakra, and prosperity begins. And all of it has like that red tone, that red hue. You are changing your life. I know that sounds really broad, and I know it sounds really broad. You are changing yourself, because this is your 1st house. Base chakra, number 1. It's and this is number 1 too. I just noticed that. Shit! You are changing yourself. And you're rooting yourself in this new. What is it? You tell me in the comments. Like, let me know. Is it have you changed homes? Have you changed career? I feel like for you guys it's more career oriented, since it's the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd house that all of this is primarily happening in. But I don't know. It's so broad. You've changed. It's almost like in some ways these things are changing you. And this is the time when you'll be malleable enough to allow yourself to be changed, because the change is going to enable the progress. Interesting. A time for healing. A personal issue reaches resolution. This is Cancerian energy. Cancerian energy is all about family, something going on in your home, healing tensions, healing something in the home, healing maybe issues that you've had with your family, or really legitimately could be actual healing if you are taking care of or helping to heal either parts of yourself or somebody else, physical ailments. And then we have you and your loved ones are safe, so you have the set of cards, the new moon and the full moon. So this has got a lot to do with your home, your family, and resolving issues that have happened there. And the way that you resolve issues with Cancerian energy is loving them. It's loving them and nurturing them and believing in their integrity instead of picking them apart. And then bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius, which is confirmation of these other issues. How does that work in with rooting yourself? This is a whole new area for you guys, isn't it? You are really rooting yourself someplace that is new, because this is transformative. Your family dynamic has also changed. Could be talking about a family member too, rooting themselves elsewhere, and just you being supportive of that. But I feel like this is close to home, guys. This is something that's been going on, and you and your loved ones are safe. Are you taking care of somebody? Working in the healing arts somehow? Let's go to tarot. I would like to go deeper. The links are below. I hope to see you guys there.